Alright, here we go for round number one. We're not going to mulligan. We're on the draw, which is helpful in most cases with Orzhov for extort purposes. But against the aggressive decks, you don't always want to be on the draw, so I would have chosen to go first, of course. We'll just start with a land pass. Hopefully he's not Boros. But even if he is, we have a fair bit of early defense. Alright, so he is Boros, and that's going to get Devour Fleshed. I might have played my bat if he didn't play anything else early on, but I definitely want to get rid of that. What's going on here? Might be me like lagging, but looks like he's just yeah, so my plan is just to Devour Flesh. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, I'm gonna kill this guy on his turn and then play either my Death's Approach next turn or a bat, depending on if he plays something, or maybe my Basilica Guards to get fuller extort use. Alright, so I'm gonna let him go to combat to see if he wants to try a trick or something. It looks like he doesn't, so we're just gonna Devour Flesh, which actually makes my Death Approach pretty good if he plays like a 1-drop or something, which doesn't seem like really good value, but still fine. Oh, see, that's a good thing to give -1/-1. But I don't really see that being a big issue now, so I think I'm just going to play my Basilica Guards first, so I can extort next turn. If he attacks, I'll just take it, because that means he probably is telegraphing some kind of Blood Rush, or like Aerial Maneuver. Oh, that's a good guy. Like I said, best common in the set. I just took 6 out of absolutely nowhere, but luckily I have the removal back up, so I'm just going to play it here. No need to play my island yet and give away my splash, so play that with extort, and then play my bat. Seems pretty strong. Yep, so far everything going according to plan. Just going to try to value him out, play my Smog Elemental, and try to win in the air. Hopefully he doesn't have any big bombs I have to deal with now. Ooh, that guy's pretty strong, but I don't know if I would have played it there. That's just a 12-point life swing, but then he has no board presence whatsoever. I'm definitely going to stabilize. Ooh, that was a very good draw. Now I get to double extort, so I'm pretty much dealing 3 damage this turn. Yeah, it was like the perfect draw. Yeah, we're definitely stabilizing on life. We've gained something like, I don't know how much life we've gained, but just between removal and extort, we probably would have been dead pretty close to by now. So I could save my Smog Elemental to next turn to get an extort off of it, but I think I'd get more value from just putting pressure on the board since he's not doing anything. So I'm just going to run it out, even though I don't get to extort anything. Because now if he plays like his Daring Skyjet, if he tries the Battalion now, it just dies, which I think is pretty amusing. I'll just get in. Don't think I need to play a land. I lose out on maybe 1 or 2 extorts later on down the road if I draw like a 5-drop, but I think it's still fine. Oh no, that's a good gentleman. I get to extort 3 times, and then see, one trick I could do is play my rogue and then just return it, so I get to triple extort every turn, but I'd rather just like have him dead on board next turn. So I think I'll return my guards. Yeah, he looks like he's very dead. He'd need to board wipe like Aurelia's Fury or something to stay alive. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get Aurelia's Fury for 6, which would almost wipe my board, but I think he'd still be dead, even if he did. Yeah, he's just dead. Alright, so against Boros, I think we want some more early defense, possibly. So I'll bring in, I think I bring in the Rapid Hybridization just for some early defense. You know what, I think I'm just fine, because like I said, we don't really want to give him a 3-3 early in the game, so I think we're just good. He gets to go first again, so hopefully we just get a good removal draw for the early game, like last time. Man, I wonder if he's thinking, should I be on the draw as Boros? I don't know. I gotta think long and hard about this. Okay. This hand leaves a lot to be desired, but we have a bat on turn 2, followed by hopefully a rogue. Yeah, since we're on the draw, I think we have a better chance of drawing lands and then getting back into this. Alright, not the best draw, but... Alright, so he has a 2-drop. Alright, so we could Executioner swing that, but I think we'd fall too far behind. It would be good if he had like a Madcap skills, but I think I'd rather just get some Extort on the board and try to value grind it to the late game, assuming we draw lands. Alright, luckily he doesn't attack. Okay, we draw land, but not the one that would let us play the rogue. See, I could hold back on an Executioner swing and then Extort. I think I'd rather just play this to possibly trade with the Skyjet. I think that'd be a fair trade. Definitely holds him back a turn, at least on the Skyjet. He can attack with the infantry, so yeah, I'll just get in with this guy. Hopefully he doesn't have a Madcap skills, because that would make it very hard to get back into this one. Oh, that guy again. That's not fair. And that gives his Skyjet flying, so I can't even block it for value. That was like a really good draw for him. I think I just have to chump here and stay alive for as long as possible and try to value him out. I guess I play a rogue here and try to put some pressure on the board. Hopefully he just doesn't have any backup offense. My plan is just to take 5 next turn, and then I mean, we need another black or a blue source so we can start playing our double black and extorting for value and whatnot, but yeah, I think I just need to try to get some kind of board presence going. I can't just sit back on my removal all game. Yeah, so I could trade with his infantry here, but I think I'm just gonna wait and see what he wants to do. Oh geez, Assemble the Legion. I don't think I can actually beat that. We can't win in time to get around that. Like, I could gridlock to try to stay alive, but it's gonna turn on his battalion as soon as next turn, and yeah, it's just too much going on his side of the board to come back from, I think. I don't think I can do it. I mean, I could play my bat. No, because then I can't even Executioner swing, so it's just not even worth it. Yeah, like otherwise it would have been too slow there. Like, there's nothing we could have done. So I'm definitely bringing in Scatter Arc for that Assemble the Legion, because that's just almost unbeatable. And what can I take out? I like the Rogue still, especially on the play. Denizen might be too slow. Actually, I don't really like the Confessor because I don't really want to be paying any amount of life. So we'll go with this. On the play, fortunately. Alright, this hand is fine. If we get another land, we can play a Kingpin's Pet, and we get to play an Orzhov Charm early game no matter what, which seems pretty strong. So if he tries to Madcap skill something, we can get full value. And Orzhov Charm, we lose life equal to its toughness, I think. So even with a +3/+0 enchantment, it doesn't hurt us at all to kill it. So it's still a 2-for-1 without too much life loss. Yeah, so far this hand, I just want lands, and I'll be happy. A 1-drop, please. There was a Boros Elite going around pretty late, so it's always possible. Oh, luckily no. Alright, a land, so we're in good shape. So if we play something here, I'm probably just going to Orzhov Charm it, because I'm planning on tapping out for the next turn, and possibly the turn after that, if we want to 1000 lashes something. Yeah, that's a good guy to Orzhov Charm, because we only lose 1 life. So that's pretty good value. So we'll just play out our pet here. With hopes of either lashing something or playing another Kingpin's Pet to put on the pressure, because having 2 Kingpin's Pet, if they don't have the removal, is very strong, as long as he doesn't have like the Homing Lightning. Alright, so we could also Devour Flesh his guy. We'll get in first. See, because if I don't Devour Flesh now, he could like play another creature that's not as good and then sacrifice it, and I don't really want that. So I'm just gonna do it on his turn. Hopefully he tries to put a Madcap Skills on it or something. Alright, so he's just gonna try to get in. See if he wants the Blood Rush. Doesn't look like he does, so yeah. We'll extort a flesh. That sounded strange. We say a lot of things in this game that would sound strange out of context. I'm going to extort your Skyjet. Let's see what he's got. Ooh, Rebel Belt Raiders. And it's not the one we opened, that's a foil, which is interesting. So hopefully he doesn't have 2. My plan is just to play a pet and then lash that next turn, since we drew a tap land, and then hopefully we get another land so we can extort it. We'll let it hit us once for 4, unless he plays like a Spark Trooper, which would be pretty good, but wouldn't actually kill us. What's he got? Alright, he's just gonna attack. Puts us down to 16, but we're gonna gain that back eventually. Oh, and there's the frontline medic we passed. Alright, so yeah, we get a land, so we get to extort. I think it's very, very poetic that we get to get rid of the card that we passed in the first pack, the card that we took out of the first pack. Tells us we're doing something right. So yeah, we're bringing the beats in the air. We're pretty much extorting every turn, so he's on more or less a 2 or 3 turn clock. Well, not 2 turns probably. 3 turns seems pretty accurate, especially with that 1000 lashes. We could get him in like maybe even the next 2 turns if we draw some early drops and we get to extort twice. As long as he doesn't play anything we really need to deal with like that, that's pretty strong. Let's see what else he's got. Alright, so he's still putting pressure on. So I guess I could play my Guardian of the Gateless to deal with his flyers. I mean, I could only extort the Rogue or the Etherize. Etherize seems like it'd be pretty strong if you played like a haste guy. But we could deal with Guardian as well, and then just Etherize to win next turn no matter what. So I think I'll play the Guardian right here, and then actually, you know, just because of the Madcap skills, like we passed the 3/3 double striker Blood Rush guy that would just kill us on the spot, which the Guardian couldn't deal with. So I think Etherize is just the safer option. And it also gets rid of the Madcap skills, so Guardian can definitely block everything he's got next turn. As long as he doesn't have any way to give trample, I think we're going to be okay. So he's going to go to 7 off of Extort, and then 3 off of the attacks. Oh, and I forgot about the 1000 lashes, so he's going to go to 2 after I attack next turn. Ooh, Spark Trooper. See, that's the reason why I wanted to save my Etherize. Now he turns on Battalion, and things just would have gotten bad. Alright, so I don't think his Battalion triggers could do anything to stop my Etherize, but I'll play it anyway just in case. Yeah, that went about as well as it could have, although he still gets to play Spark Trooper next turn and gain some life. Yep, save ourselves a bunch of life. So we can get him, if we draw land, we can play our Rogue and double extort and just kill him. Well, not that land. So I think I'd just play my Guardian here, and then, which gets him to a, I mean, we can't kill him, so we're just gonna get in for 2, then play our Guardian to block whatever he throws at us. Yeah, I mean, he could replay the Spark Trooper, but then he's just dead in the air if he doesn't have any way to pump it. Like, if he puts a Madcap skills on it, it might save him, but then we're just going to double extort next turn, and he should be dead. Oh, I forgot about the 1,000 lashes, so we could have actually killed him with the Keymaster Rogue. I forgot about that. Alright, so he's going to replay the Spark Trooper. Hopefully he doesn't have any way to pump it. He might just be looking for me to block and make a mistake. So I'm not going to block. I don't think there's any way he could kill me with just 2 mana from 6. And we just have lethal in the air. Not to mention the extort. Alright, so we take it down. That shows you how to beat Boros with Orzhov.